Ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, before we get to John Roberts, Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts, deciding over whether Bolton or Mulvaney will testify and presiding over in the Senate impeachment trial and presiding over the Senate impeachment trial, Democrats have marketed themselves. Democrats have created this image, this public relations image, that they're the political party that will protect poor people utilizing government and oppose Trump and Republicans, and they're the ones who are going to protect the working class, and they're the ones who are going to look out for the average American. Okay. In 2016, the America's official poverty rate, and I have to do this again. This is according to the census. In 2016, the country's poverty rate was 12.7%. President Obama, in 2016, the last year of his presidency, the U.S. had a 12.7% poverty rate. Poverty has decreased, according to USA Today, to 11.3%. 11.3%. 12.7, 11.3. This is November 6, 2019 article, the poverty rates for every group in the U.S. USA Today. Okay, 12.7% under President Obama, 11.3% under President Trump. They want to impeach this person. Now, we have record low unemployment nationally, record low Black and Latino unemployment, record highs in the stock market. They want to talk about manufacturing. President Trump has over 300,000 jobs, manufacturing jobs created. 300,000, according to PolitiFact, lost under 8 years of President Obama. And they say, well, we have to impeach this person. He's a threat. He's a danger. He's horrible. Poverty rate for Black and Hispanic and Latino citizens. President Obama, the poverty rate for Black citizens was 22% in 2016. Okay. 22%. It has dropped to 20.8%. Now, obviously, you want the poverty rate to drop to national levels and far, even below that. You don't want any poverty. You don't just happy from a drop from 22 to 20.8%, but there's a drop in poverty. He's a very, you can just look, President Trump is presiding over the biggest drop in poverty. One of the biggest drops in poverty happened under President Trump with Latino and Hispanic citizens. From 19.4% under President Obama in 2016, this is according to the census, September 12, 2017, the 2016 Income, Poverty, and Health Insurance Coverage in the United States, 2016, census.gov. The poverty rate for Hispanics decreased. Okay, so it was 19.4% in 2016. 19.4% in 2016. It is now 17.6%. Okay? So you're looking at a 2 percentage point decrease, and he's not even officially in his fourth year. Now, there is no rebuttal. It's not a rebuttal to say, well, this took place under President Obama, because guess what? The genius who tells you that might forget that President Bush, bailed out the banks before President Obama did. So does Bush get credit for the economic recovery? Why am I spending 4 minutes on this? Because this is bigger than just Chief Justice John Roberts. We're going to get to that in a second. Trump impeachment trial, brings Roberts into spotlight. He's going to talk, this article is The Hill. He has the ability to decide what is important, what's not, who's going to testify, who isn't. But the White House counsel is going to ask him a very simple question, or actually bring to his attention something very simple. Okay, Democrats are going to say, we want Bolton. We want Mulvaney. We want Rudy Giuliani. That's fine. McConnell can say, I'll raise you. I'll see your Bolton, Mulvaney, and Giuliani, and I'll raise you a Hunter Biden. That's just my Hunter Biden. I'll raise you a Hunter, a Joe, an intelligence operative, and a shifty shift. So they're playing a game where they're bluffing, and McConnell can easily call their bluff, even if John Roberts calls their bluff and says, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, we'll get Bolton, but we also got to get some people on the Republican side, because the basis of all of this is that Biden is pure as the driven snow, and he's not. So McConnell, Giuliani, White House counsel, Trump can give Roberts all the evidence, Marie Yovanovitch's testimony, all the evidence that shows that, I don't know, there are massive conflicts of interest that even President Obama's administration told Marie Yovanovitch about. She testified to that. So, I mean, John Roberts can preside over a really, really bad situation for Democrats, even if they get what they want. But this is really important. This is an existential threat for the Democratic Party. I used to be on the left. My whole life I was on the left. And my whole life I was a registered Democrat up until recently. I was published 100 times in the Huffington Post, the Hill Salon, other places. Just to over 100 articles just saying Bernie Sanders was infinitely better than Clinton. One's a criminal. One could defeat Trump. I do believe, first of all, thank God Trump won. Thank God. We have a great economy. We have a foreign policy that's a reversal of all the failed policies of President Obama. Well, not a complete reversal, but enough of a reversal. I would want a lot more. But he's bringing home Americans, he's withdrawing Americans, and he is an anti-interventionist. President Obama presided over the destruction, from a NATO intervention of Libya. That's a fact. Nothing Trump has done could ever be even compared to that tragedy, that complete and utter failure of President Obama's administration. Nothing Trump has done. No tweet. Sorry, moral liberals who cast judgment upon others and live in the flimsiest of glass houses. Nothing Trump has ever tweeted or said or done is worse than President Obama's failed NATO intervention. Fact. Absolute fact. And then we can get to, what, Clinton has said and done in her tenure. Clinton will be the nominee in 2020 for Democrats. This whole thing's a charade and a farce. But here, you have, and so this segment, by the way, Dems demand Trump resign immediately before Senate impeachment trial. You can look at the pinned comment, and below in the pinned comment, way below, you will see the census information, the USA Today, the Washington Post articles, the other articles. You can look at household median income has increased. Household median income has increased for Black and Latino and Hispanic citizens. Okay? You can look at you can look at other statistics as well. Okay, so I'm trying to find let's see. You can look at other statistics as well. Median household income for households of households with Hispanic household increased to $51,404. Okay, so $51,404 from 40 for Latino and Hispanic households in 2016. This is really interesting. In 2016. And if you're a Latino voter for Trump, let me know in the comment section. For Hispanic and Latino households, the household median income Under President Obama in 2016, it was $47,675. That's according to the census. Now, according to the census, in 2018, for 2018, this is a 2019 article, the census, it went from $47,675 to a household median income for Hispanic and Latino citizens of $51,404. Okay? From a little over 47 to now over 51,000. This is the monster who signed the First Step Act, by the way. He's the bigot. He's the monster. Trump is the most horrible racist known to man. Yet it's funny how all his policies help black and Latino citizens. And it's funny how he signs the First Step Act. And it's funny how he's presiding over an economy with record low black and Latino unemployment, record highs in the stock market. He wants to bring home Americans from counterinsurgency conflicts. He is the first president to step foot in North Korea. Yeah, okay, not everything's going to be perfect. People say, oh, well, look what's taking place now. It's like, well, yeah. What did you expect? At least there's now some kind of ability for a dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump is a great president. So, John Roberts, why am I focusing a lot on these economic figures? John Roberts is going to preside over an impeachment trial in the Senate if McConnell ever gets the articles of impeachment. It could be after the third or fourth time they impeach Trump. But when he does, he's going to understand the political context, and he's going to understand also there was no crime committed. President Zelensky stated there was no leverage. All Republicans have to do is tell John Roberts, look, here's President Zelensky's statement. Here's President Poroshenko's statement. These are the past two presidents of Ukraine who both dealt with Trump. So they say, oh, well, Zelensky's not telling the truth. Oh, so Poroshenko's not telling the truth. So Democrats in media are so arrogant, and they're such narcissists, and they're so deviant, and they're so egotistical that they are accusing the current president and his predecessor, the other president before Zelensky, Poroshenko. He's accusing the last two presidents of Ukraine of lying simply because what they have stated, that there was no pressure with Trump, that he just withheld military assistance for his own reasons, had nothing to do with any pressure to investigate anyone, that they're lying. They can't be telling the truth. Why? Because Adam Schiff and Nadler and Democrats and media think a different way. Well, I'm sorry. You've stated a million times, Democrats have stated a million times that you can't prove quid pro quo when 85 donors give $156 million and they meet Clinton. Well, sorry, you can't prove that Trump withheld military assistance to look into the future to interfere in the election when the reasoning for doing so, corruption, is the same reasoning that Biden used for firing a prosecutor. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right this second. John Roberts will understand the context. He will understand there's no crime. There is no crime. They have yet to state they have the evidence. Nobody on the Democratic side has evidence in the form of documents, in the form of any directive or command or statement from Trump or email that says Trump is worried about Biden. Trump dared Clinton the other day to run. Are you kidding me? If a schmuck like me, if a schmuck like H.A. Goodman knows that Clinton's going to be nominee, you don't think Trump knows? This is all a charade, and it's part of the charade. He's not afraid of Biden. Not even Cornflakes and last time he defeated Cornflakes, who knows? Cornflakes comes back, he might defeat, the former vice president. But nobody's afraid of Biden. Just because Biden is ahead of Amy Klobuchar and everyone else who's unelectable, including Bernie, they're going to cheat Bernie again. President Obama literally stated through Politico he would intervene He would intervene if Sanders gets too close, Bernie gets too close. So, anyway, give me your thoughts below. John Roberts is going to preside over a Senate trial whenever it takes place. But he's going to know that there's no crime. And he's going to also know, because withholding military assistance to interfere in the next election, they've yet to prove any of that. Okay, the opinions and the viewpoints of former diplomats is not evidence. That's not evidence. That's hearsay, gossip, someone's viewpoint. Great. There's a person, William D. Campbell, who said that Russian lobbyists were bragging about their influence over President Obama's administration and the Clinton Foundation to grease the wheels of the Russian uranium sale so they get 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. Oh, that happened. President Obama didn't veto that sale. So you want to go with his testimony? Simply collecting the testimony of people and saying, everyone knew that Trump wanted a quid pro quo. Do you have any evidence? Well, do you know? They asked every single impeachment witness, do you know of a crime that was committed? They couldn't answer. They asked all of the scholars, do you know of a crime that was committed? No, they don't know. They don't know because they can't prove a crime. They just assume, they have suspicion. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right this